Hello everyone, welcome to my video lecture on admission of a partner. Here in this video, I have discussed a problem where you are required to prepare the memorandum revaluation account. You know that in case of admission of a new partner, you are always required to prepare a revaluation account to find out the profit or loss on revaluation of assets and liabilities. And the profit arising therefrom you distribute among the old partners as per the old ratio. But sometimes in the question you may ask to keep the value of assets and liabilities in the old figures itself. I mean, when there is appreciation or depreciation of assets or liabilities, the value which is appearing in the new balance sheet will change. If there is any appreciation, you add it, right? If there is any depreciation, you will reduce from the old value. So the new figure will appear in the new balance sheet, right? Okay. But if it is clearly mentioned in the question that the value of these assets and liabilities should not change. For example, in the balance sheet which is given in the question, the value of building is 1 lakh. And in the adjustment, it is asked you to appreciate the building by 20%. What will you do? You take appreciation as a profit because it is appreciation on buildings, right? And you credit it to revaluation account. Yes or no? Now, in the same way, this 20,000, the appreciation you will add to 1 lakh when you show it in the balance sheet. So, in the balance sheet, you show the building as rupees 1 lakh 20,000. That means previously it was 1 lakh, now it will be 1 lakh 20,000 in the new balance sheet, right? But if it is asked in the question that the value of assets and liabilities should not change, or the value of assets and liabilities should appear in the old value itself, then what you can do? Here, on one side it is asked you to change, appreciate or depreciate the assets. On the other hand, it is asked you not to change the value, and the same value, old value itself should appear in the balance sheet. The solution for this is nothing but memorandum revaluation. That means instead of revaluation account, we have to prepare account called memorandum revaluation account. So what is the feature of this memorandum revaluation account? How do we prepare it? It is very simple. Just nothing but you prepare the revaluation account first, right? As usual, how do you prepare evaluation account? Same way you prepare evaluation account and pass the reverse entries in the memorandum revaluation. Let me explain this with the example of this problem. Okay, so here in the question, balance sheet of M, N and O, who are equal partners, their ratio is 1:1:1/3 is given. On the asset side, you have bank, debtors, stock, furniture and buildings. On the liability side, you have bills payable, creditors and capital of M, N and. So these are the assets and liabilities given in the question. And in the adjustment, it is given, they agree to admit P as a new partner on the above date and give him a 1/4 share. So new partner is joining the existing firm and he will be giving 1/4 share in the future profits. Okay, let us see what are the terms. The first one is that he should bring rupees 24,000 for goodwill and rupees 36,000 for capital. The new partner will contribute amount both for goodwill as well as capital. So what entry you pass for this? Usually, I have explained so many problems. When the new partner brings capital, cash comes in. So the entry will be bank account debit to P's capital account. The entry is same for both for goodwill as well as for capital. Bank account debit to P's capital account. You can pass one entry itself, 24,000 plus 36,000, 60,000. Right? The second one half of the goodwill is withdrawn by the old partner. So here, when the new partner brings goodwill, you pass the entry as bank account debit to goodwill account. The second entry you have to pass for transferring goodwill from new partner to old partners. So what entry you pass here? The goodwill amount of rupees 24,000 is to be transferred from new partner to old partner. The entry will be D's capital account debit because he is a new partner, 24,000 to. Who are the old partners here? To M's capital account, to N's capital account and to O's capital account. Which ratio you take here? Sacrifice ratio. In this question, nothing is given about either sacrifice ratio or the new ratio. In such cases, what I told? if the nothing is given, we have to assume old ratio itself as what? Sacrifice ratio. So we divide 24,000 into in 1:1 ratio among the partners. So what entry you pass for goodwill here? The first entry for bringing the goodwill, that is bank account debit to, that is the partner is D, right? D is capital account, new partner's capital account, 24,000, P here, capital account 24,000. Now you divide it. What is the entry you pass for dividing it? P's capital account debit 24,000 and you divide it among M, N and O. M's capital account, N's capital account, O's equally 1:1:1. We have divided it in which ratio here? Sacrifice ratio. Old ratio itself is taken as which ratio here? Sacrifice ratio. I hope this is clear. Now the second point is given about 1/2 of the goodwill is withdrawn by the old partners. So this is the additional entry. There is the additional instruction given in the problem. So we have transfer 8,000 each to M, N and O. Now these partners are withdrawing half of this. Half of this means they are withdrawing how much here? 4,000 from their account. Withdrawing means what is that? They are withdrawing cash. So that is nothing but drawings. How did we drawings? What is entry for drawings? Partners capital account debit to bank account. Or the amount, generally the entry will be drawings account debit to bank. But drawings you post to capital account, right? The capital what happens? Decreases. So what is the entry for? Withdrawing half of the amount here. The amount is withdrawn from their capital account. So the entry will be M's capital account debit, N's capital account debit, O's capital account debit to, what is it? What they are withdrawing here? Bank. The amount will be 4,000 each. 4,000, 4,000 and 4,000. So this entry will affect bank account as well as partners capital account. Right? Yes. Third point is that stock and furniture are to be depreciated. What we have to do? It is decrease in the value of assets. So it is loss, right? Where does it come? It comes to debit side of revaluation account. And the fourth one is that provision of 5% on debtors is to be created for doubtful debts. What is it? RBD. Is it profit or loss? Obviously it is loss. So it comes to debit side of revaluation account. Fifth one, building is to be valued at rupees how much here? 60,000. So what is the value of building as per the balance sheet? It is 39,000. So it is increased by 21,000. So it is profit, right? It comes to credit side of revaluation account. A liability of rupees, next point I am reading, sixth point. A liability of rupees 2,760 is to be created for outstanding repair bill. Some amount is pending, you have not paid it, the partners have not paid it. So that amount is, liability is created. What is it? Profit or loss? You are supposed to pay some amount to the third party. It's nothing but loss, right? So it comes to revaluation account, debit side. I hope all these adjustments are clear. Now the fourth, last point, the seventh point is very, very important. It makes a lot of changes in the entire solution, right? What is the seventh point given? The value of assets and liabilities other than cash are not to be altered. Go through this point. The value of assets and liabilities other than cash are not to be altered. What do you mean altered? Alteration, changed. We should not change the value of these items. Obviously, when you depreciate or appreciate certain assets, buildings, appreciation is there, stock, furniture, depreciation is there, RBD is there. Obviously, what happens with the value of assets? It changes, right? Yes or no? But here it is given, it should not change, it should not be altered. So what we should do then? See, the solution is nothing but memorandum revaluation account. Let us see how the memorandum revaluation account is prepared. Here, instead of writing the heading revaluation account, the heading should be what? Memorandum revaluation account. When you should prepare memorandum revaluation account? If it is asked you not to change the value of assets and liabilities, right? Yes. So, how do we prepare it? The entries are same. All items are debited: stock, furniture, reserve for debts, right? And buildings is credited as usual, and they have got a profit of 14,400 and distributed among M, N and O in 1:1:1 ratio. This is as usual you prepare. Revaluation account, how you used to prepare? The same way, the first part of memorandum revaluation. But the next step changes. Here, since it is asked not to change the value of assets, whatever the value is increased, for example buildings, the value was 39,000 in the balance sheet, but it is revalued at rupees 60,000, so 20,000 he appreciated. Now the value is 60,000. Now you should not change it, you have to bring it back to 39,000. What you should do then? Again you have to reduce it by 21,000, right? Yes or no? Yes. So what you should do then? Here, whatever credit entries you have passed, 21,000, see here, this is debited once again. Cancelled. The entry is cancelled. Once it is appreciated, now it is depreciated. The value comes to the same value. It is 21,000. Similarly, whatever items are debited to stock, to furniture, RBD, the entire, all entries are here credited. Can you get it? Are you getting this point? Whatever debit entries are done, all are credited. Whatever credit entries were there, all were debited. Why this is done? Because if the value of the asset is not to be changed, so whatever increase we have done, we have to reduce it back. Yes or no? Yes. But the difference now, in the previous step, in revaluation account, you have got the profit of 14,400. Now you will get the same amount as loss, 14,400. Yes or no? There, you have distributed among all partners, M, N and O. Here, the profit or loss arising, here 14,400 is the loss, right? This amount is to be distributed among all partners, including new partner. In which ratio we have to take? We have to take in new ratio. Is it clear? Yes. But new ratio is not given in the problem. How do you find out the new ratio? If nothing is given, old ratio itself is new ratio. In short, let me explain how to calculate the new ratio. What is the old ratio? Just a minute. Old ratio is 1:1:1. Yes or no? 1:1:1. What is the profit to be given to new partner? 1/4. Yes or no? So, how do you find out the new ratio? The entire profit of the firm is 1. You are giving 1/4 share to whom here? New partner. What will be the profit remaining then? 3/4. Now this 3/4 profit is relating to M, N and O. So what is the profit of M then? 3/4 is the remaining profit. How much he will get? What was the old ratio? 1:1:1. If nothing is given, we assume that the partners will share the profit in which ratio itself? Old ratio itself. So it will be 3/4 is the entire profit. Out of that M will get how much here? 1/3. It will be 1/4. Right? Yes or no? And what about N and O? One and the same because their profits were equal. So all will get 1/4 share. How much it will be then? M is to N is to O is to P is equal to 1/4 is to 1/4 is to 1/4 is to 1/4. So it is equal 1:1:1:1. This is the new ratio. Now in this ratio we have to divide the memorandum revaluation account loss. So it is 3,680. I hope this is clear. Yes. What is the impact of this entry in the balance sheet? Can you tell me? Once building is appreciated, later again depreciated. Once stock is depreciated, later again it is appreciated. What is the impact? Obviously, the value will appear as appearing in the old balance sheet. Sir, no? Yes. So, just come to the capital. Okay, let me go through the balance sheet here. Okay, you will get it clearly. So, here, see, let me explain all other points later. Here, debtors, stock, furniture, buildings. This value is not changed. This is the same value which was there in the balance sheet. Yes or no? Now let us come to the partners capital account. In partners capital account, what entry you write here? First you transfer opening balance. This has come from the balance sheet. Then this is memorandum revaluation account profit, the first part, right? The same is debited here. Debit side, credit side you have posted the second part of memorandum revaluation account. There it was by partners capital account. Here it will be to memorandum revaluation account. Then this is about what? Goodwill. I told you the entry, right? This one about goodwill entry. And this is about half of the goodwill is what? Withdrawn by the partner. This is the closing balance. So the balance, this balance will appear in the balance sheet. You go through the balance sheet here. Here in the balance sheet, See, bank account balance has changed. Why bank account balance is changed? Because old balance appeared in the balance sheet plus contribution made by the new partner regarding goodwill and capital 60,000 minus goodwill withdrawn by the partner. They have taken the money. That bank balance what happens? Reduces. It will be 2,000. Now here, capital of all the partners are given. Capital of partners, it is as per the capital account. See, you can see the calculation of bank account here. Balance, opening balance, add capital, less drawings. That is a value has been changed. So as per the problem, it is given except bank balance, the remaining assets and liabilities should not change. So we have not altered any value of any assets or liabilities. It is appeared as a old balance sheet figure. But only the thing is here bank balance is changed and capital account obviously it will change. Okay. Here I have done this video only to focus on what is the reason of preparing memorandum revaluation account. In spite that this is simple. Memorandum revaluation account is simple, but without knowing why this is prepared and when we prepare, it is very difficult to go through this part. I hope this is clear. Right? Yes, thank you.